Yeah, right. So it's very hot today, really hot. We're going to be doing a cooling practice connected to the moon, which is ideal for today, thank goodness. So we're not going to be working up too much of a heat. We're going to be moving slowly. The moon practice is connected to the element of water, so it's very slow, gentle, flowing movements today. If you feel like you're getting overheated and you're getting very warm, this is for those of you who are in the UK or in London in particular. Make sure you have your windows open, have some water available. Do not get over hot or dehydrate. Stay comfortable today. So just check that everybody's on mute. Just Dash is not on mute, so I'll just mute you. Okay, perfect. Thank you. Find your block or blanket to sit on. Let's get comfortable on our mat. So let's take the first few moments of our practice to arrive into our bodies and arrive onto our mats. Perhaps you bring let's bring our ring and thumb to touch. These are connected to the element of water, which is intimately connected to the cycles of the moon. Palms face up or face down. I'm having mine face up. Feel very warm. And begin to close your eyes softly. Gaze down towards the earth. Perhaps you take an inward gaze. In yin, in the new moon practice, it's connected to yin. So we all have a feminine and masculine aspect to us. The feminine is called yin, the masculine is called yang. New moon practice is very much along the feminine, yin, cooling, watery, receptive, nurturing aspect of ourselves. It's introspective, reflective. Begin to observe your breath without trying to change it. Noticing the ebb and flow, the rise and fall, the in and out of your breath. Your thoughts and your mind may still be busy from your day. So watch your breath's journey. In your mind's eye, follow your breath as you breathe in through your nose, watching the breath travel down into your lungs, noticing how your lungs inflate, your diaphragm lifts. And as you exhale, notice how your lungs deflate, your diaphragm moves, the air travels back up and out through your nose. And perhaps as you observe your breath, you begin to notice that it takes a much longer journey, coming in through your nose, traveling into your lungs, and traveling from your lungs around your body. And as you breathe out, how that breath returns from different points in your body, out through into your lungs and out through your nose. Notice how it also will travel around your heart space. Each journey that this oxygen takes in through our body, in through our nose, around our body and out, transformed, transmuted, changed. A complex process that happens with ease. Three more breaths here in your own natural rhythm, natural pace. And then I invite you to open your eyes and bring your hands together in prayer at your heart, Namaskar. opening our practice with one Om, 3 Oms. Let's chant 3 Oms. And attach meaning and significance to each Om. And today I invite you to attach that meaning to the passing of time, the past, the present, the future. So what has been, what is, and what is yet to come. Inhale fully. Exhale out through open mouth. Inhale to prepare. Om. Inhale. Om. Inhale. Om. Allow the waves to wash over you. And then bring your hands to your eyebrow center in Namaste. Namaste and welcome. So our practice today is the Chandra Namaskar moon salutation. We're moving towards the new moon on Friday. So at the moment we're in the dark moon phase. This is really sort of inward looking, much more inward looking than the new moon. The new moon is when we start looking out. So we're in the dark moon moving towards the new moon. And so our practice is going to honor and reflect those qualities of the moon. When we see less of the moon, when a new cycle begins, so the new moon is a new cycle. So a time again of new beginnings, of change, of new intentions, new ideas and inspiration, letting go of the old, and now we're in a place of new. So the dark moon phase is when we consider what we're letting go of, what has been, what will pass. The new moon is what will come. It's looking forward. So we look back and then we look forward. So our practice will be very much around those themes today. But to start off, let's do a cooling breath. A cooling breath, it's a pranayama that invites in a cooling air and it cools us down. And so I'm going to demonstrate. And it all depends on whether you can roll your tongue or not. So we know lots of people can't roll their tongue and some people can. That's all biology and genetics. So depending on whether you can roll your tongue or not, there's going to be 2 options. First option is Sitali pranayama. And this is if you can roll your tongue. So I'll demonstrate. We create an O shape with our mouth and we poke out our tongue and we curl our tongue. So you create a little funnel down the center of your tongue. Now, if you can't do this, hang on. We've got pranayama for you too. So you create your curl with your tongue and then you inhale through your mouth the cool air that travels along your tongue. And you make a slurping sound as you do that. Like you're drinking a cold lemonade. Then you hold the breath in your mouth, close your mouth, and exhale out through your nose. In, dogs do this a lot. Funnel through your mouth, curl your tongue, funnel that cool air in. You feel the temperature within your mouth drop. Exhale out through your nostrils. So we're all practicing that one. That's Sitali pranayama. If you're one of those people who genetically can't roll your tongue, we're going to open our mouth, open our lips, and bring our upper teeth and lower teeth together. And then, so you create this sort of very unflattering sort of grin with your mouth. And then you inhale through all the gaps in your teeth and mouth, making a hissing sound. And then again, out through your nose. So 2 options. Sitali is your tongue curled. Sitkari is with your teeth together and a hissing sound. So you choose the option that works for you, depending on what you can do, can't do, with the rolling of the tongue. So thumb and little finger together to connect to your water element, palms face up. Let's prepare. Take a full breath in through your nose, out through open mouth. Now choosing your option, curling your tongue, so poke your tongue out and curl it. Slurping the air in, closing your mouth, out through your nose. Or bringing your teeth together, opening your lips and hissing the breath in and out through your nose. And you can feel the temperature change in your mouth. Let's do 6 breaths like this. Inhaling together through your option of your mouth and your tongue. In through your mouth, out through your nose. Either slurping through your curled tongue or hissing through your open lips. Out through your nose. 3 more. In through your mouth. Out through your nose. In through your mouth. Out through your nose. 1 more wherever you are. Let's take an equalizing breath. In through your nose, out through open mouth, sighing the breath out. Bravo. Let's come together with our feet together, butterfly pose. Your mat should be feeling a lot cooler, mine is. So feet together, you can create a very generous diamond with your legs, or you can have your heels slightly in closer to you, so it's a less generous diamond. Hands on your shins or ankles. Inhale to lengthen your crown, open your heart. Drop down into your heart space. Connect with your intention for your practice, but also your intention for the coming month. So what it is that you would like to inspire, to aspire to. This could be a personal intention for yourself. It could be a more ambitious intention for your life. What can you do within this next month to create and activate change or movement towards your goals, your aspirations, your dreams? Keep opening across your heart as you connect with your new moon intention, your new beginning. And repeat it silently to yourself 3 times. It could be a short sentence, it could be a word. And now as you exhale, fold forward. So you wrap your fingers around your toes perhaps, folding forward. Allow your head, neck and shoulders to soften and release. And breathe into the back of your heart space. Three full breaths here. Inhale to lift your gaze, followed by your heart. Let's extend your left leg long and folding your right foot towards your thigh here. Let's place your left hand on the earth and inhale up and over with your right arm, coming into a lateral stretch here. So gazing down towards the earth. Just a moment here, check what's happening with this right knee, probably is lifting up a little, bring that back down to the earth. Now from here, we're going to take our right hand, the one that's in the air, towards the outside of our left leg. So either the lower leg, or the knee, the lower leg, or towards your ankle, or perhaps the outside edge of your foot. So you create a real extension here on your right side. So you might be here at your knee, or lower down your leg, or at your foot. Now with your hand that's on the earth, your left hand, cross it underneath your right arm, taking it to the inside edge of your leg or the inside edge of your foot, so that your arms are now crossed. So we could be here at our knee, at our lower leg, our ankle, or at our foot. You're feeling a compression on your left side and extension on your right side. Relax and soften your head, neck and shoulders here. So we're looking in, the introspective side of the moon. One more breath here. Then inhale, lift your gaze first and walk your hands back towards your body, straightening up here. Let's switch legs. So extend your right leg, fold in your left foot towards your right thigh. Let's place your right hand on the earth this time and reach up and over with your left arm. And gazing down towards the earth. So just as the moon gazes down at us, we gaze down at the earth here. Breathing into your side body. One more breath. And now we're going to take our left hand to the outside of our right leg. So the knee, the lower leg, the ankle or the foot. And it might feel very different on this side compared to the other side. And when you found a comfortable location for your left hand on your leg or foot, let's cross our right arm underneath and either take it to your knee, your lower calf, your ankle or your foot, so that your left arm is crossed above your right arm. Breathe into the areas of tension and extension. Soften your head, your neck, your shoulders, your heart, so that you fold down towards your leg. One more breath here. Inhale, lift your gaze, release your hands, uncurl your spine as you walk your hands back towards your body. Let's swing our legs round and come onto all fours here. We're going to come into our threading the needle. So let's take our big toes together and knees as wide as the mat. Place your left hand directly underneath your heart space here. Inhale, draw your right arm across your heart and reach up with your right fingertips. Reaching, reaching, reaching through your right fingertips. And then when you're ready, let's exhale. Bring that right arm behind our left arm, bringing your right ear and shoulder to the mat. Your left hand can stay on the earth where it is, or you can inhale and reach up with your left fingertips. Option to keep your arm reaching up, or perhaps take the back of your left hand to the right hip. So 3 variations with your left hand on the earth, reaching up, or the back of the hand on your right hip. One more full breath here. Wherever you are, hand back on the earth. Inhale to rise up with your right arm to the sky. Exhale, right hand replaces your left hand. Inhale, sweep your left arm up. Create height and length here, reaching for the sky. And then exhaling, thread that left arm behind your right, bringing your left shoulder and ear to the mat. You can keep your right hand on the earth where it is, or inhale to reach up to the sky with your right fingertips. Or exhale the back of your right hand to your left hip. Yogi's choice. And here you can have your fingers spread wide or your thumb and little finger touching. One more breath here in this twist. Wherever you are, exhale, right hand to the earth. Inhale, left arm to the sky. And then back down to the earth. Let's spread your hands wide, tuck your toes. Inhale, lift your tailbone, coming into mountain Parvatasana. Walk your heels here, so bend deeply into your knee and then lower the other hip. So we're opposite knee comes towards your heart, the opposite heel comes towards the earth. And then for one full breath here, let's do that Sitali or Sitkari pranayama. So curled tongue or through open lips and making that hissing sound. You use your option. Inhaling through your mouth, out through your nose. Bending your knees. Let's take a walk to the top of our mat. And then let's turn and face the device. So you're here, so you're at the horizontal side of your mat. Bend into your knees. Inhale to reach your arms up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Now just let's take a moment here. Now I am on the right side of my mat. You might be on the left side of your mat. So let's make sure that we're both on the same side of the mat. So when I give you an instruction that you can step out, it's going to be weird. These mirroring things are always really difficult. So it's going to be complicated here on your mat. So you can come to the left side of your mat if you're mirroring me, and I'll stay on the right side. So that then at least when we're kind of mirroring, we're trying to mirror each other. Let's give this a go. I've never done this via Zoom before. Right, feet together. So you're at the top of your mat, facing out. Bend into your knees. Inhale, reach up overhead with your hands. Interlace all your fingers and release your index and cross your thumbs. Kali mudra here. As you exhale, let's bend over to the left. Take a full breath here. Inhale to center. Exhale over to the right. Inhale, center. Bring your hands to your heart space. Now let's step behind with our right foot. So bring the ball of your foot to the earth. Bend into both knees. So I have my left foot planted and I'm on the ball of my right foot here. Inhale to reach up and take hold of your right wrist with your left hand. And then exhale over to the left. Inhale, center. Cross wrists, so take hold of your left wrist with your right hand, and let's go the other way. So you're balancing here and extending laterally. Inhale, center, bring your foot back, hands to your heart space. Let's take the other foot behind us. So again, on the ball of your foot here. Reaching up. Take hold of your left wrist with your right hand. Exhale over to the right. Inhale, center, cross wrists. Take hold of your right wrist with your left hand. Let's go the other way. Inhale, center. Bring your feet back to the center. And then step across your mat with your toes pointing forward. So take up space on your mat here. So from here, we're going to move into star pose, Tadasana. So reach out with your arms. Your fingers are facing forward. Your toes are facing forward. You're pushing energetically to the outer edge of your feet. Tadasana. One breath here. Bend into your knees. Turn your toes out in the same direction as your knees. Bend into your elbows. Goddess pose. Let's take our Sitali or Sitkari pranayama here. So inhaling through curled tongue or through your teeth. Out through your nose. 2 more times. In through your mouth, out through your nose. Straightening up, back into star pose. Let's turn the left toes towards the top of the mat. Reach over to the left, so hinge over to the left here, as far as you can reach. Exhaling, we're going to move into Trikonasana, triangle pose. So bring your left hand to the leg, or to the earth, or to your footstool, or chair, or blocks. Your right arm reaches overhead. Or you can have your right hand on your hip. You're spiraling your heart forward. Perhaps you take your gaze up. Check that your knee has a little micro bend in it so that you're not locking out that forward facing leg. One more breath here in Trikonasana, triangle pose. Exhaling, turn your gaze down towards the earth and then bring your right hand to the earth, bend slightly into your left leg. We're going to move into pyramid pose from here. So let's create a wide base for our pyramid. Shuffle your left foot out and then step forward slightly with your right foot. So your right toes are at a 45-degree angle. Your left toes are pointing forward. Bring your hands to your heart center. Reach with your crown to the front and back with your tailbone. I am really, really hot. One breath here. I'm glad we're doing a cooling practice today. One more breath here in pyramid. Now inhale, bend into your left knee and rise up to come up to standing pyramid. Let's take a moment here in standing pyramid. Your option for your hands is to keep them at your heart, take them behind your back and take hold of opposite elbows, or bring your palms together in Namaskar between your shoulder blades. Yogi's choice. So you'll have your hands at your heart, holding opposite elbows or palms together behind your back. Inhale, open your heart and lift your gaze up towards the sky in reverse pyramid. So it's a gentle back bend. So you're pushing the weight to the outer edge and the heel of your right foot. You still maintain a strong connection between your left foot and the earth. One breath here. Exhale halfway to have a gentle bend in that left knee if you need. Take a moment here. Releasing your hands down towards the earth. Step back with that right foot. Come onto the ball of your right foot here. Place your right hand on the earth. Inhale, left fingertips to the sky. Easy twist. As you exhale, bring the left hand to the inside of your left foot and shuffle your left foot out so you come into dragon. Now your option for dragon is to bring your right knee to the earth or keep your right knee lifted, yogi's choice. You can fan your left knee out and come onto the outer edge of your left foot. You can come onto your forearms or you can stay in your hands, your variation of dragon. So there's one option here with your forearms on the earth, knee lifted. That's the most intense. Perhaps you have your blocks handy and you have your hands on the block and your knee on the earth. That's the least intense. You might be somewhere in between. It's a warm day here. So find the variation that is sustainable for you. One more breath here in your variation of dragon. And now we have options again. Come up onto your hands if you're on your forearms. Drop your right heel to the earth. Now you see this open space here on our mat. We are going to turn into this space. There are two options. Option one is you straighten through your left leg and you come into this wide-legged stance just for a moment. And then what you do is you bend over to the left and then over to the right so that your sit bones are lifted. That's option one. That puts the least strain and effort onto your knees. So if your knees are sensitive or you need to protect your knees, this is your option, is to do this variation of Skandasana. Another variation of Skandasana is you turn to the front and you lift your right foot toes, your heels on the earth, and you sit on the heel of your left foot here. So you can see that I'm sitting on my left heel. You can also put a block here or your stool and sit on your block. And then for this variation, we walk across the mat and switch the weight onto the ball of our right foot and extend our left leg toes pointing up. So this option, we walk across the mat. We are connecting with our sit bone and our heel. So you'll either be here in this variation where your sit bones are lifted and you're extending one leg and bending into the other leg, or you'll be in this lower variation. Find the variation that works for you. So wherever you are, let's come into the knee bend over the left leg. So you'll be here or you'll be here. You can have your hands at your heart here. If you're in the lower Skandasana, again, you can bring your hands to your heart and come into a balance. So you're gripping the earth with your left toes. You're lifting your crown, you're extending into this right leg. One more breath. Now let's walk across the length of our mat, coming onto the other side. So you'll be bent deeply into your right knee. Again, hands at your heart. Or you'll be in the low Skandasana variation. And again, you can bring your hands to your heart. One breath more. And then let's bring our hands to the earth and turn over towards the right. So now we're facing the opposite end of our mat. Let's take a moment here. We're going to move straight into dragon pose. So bring your right hand to the inside of your right foot. Come into the same variation of dragon that you had on the other side. So in Chandra Namaskar, we mirror the movements from left to right, just as the sun, as the moon mirrors the light of the sun. So you're in your variation of dragon, either with your hands on the earth or supported on blocks or footstools. You can have your forearms on the earth. Let's take 3 breaths here wherever you are. And now on your next breath, wherever you are, you can lift your left knee. You can always keep it on the earth. Shift the weight to your left hand and reach up with your right arm. Easy twist. Take a full breath here in easy twist. Parivritta, Konasana. One more breath. And then bring your right hand to the outside of your right foot. Now let's step forward with that left foot, coming into pyramid on this side. So you hop your left foot slightly forward or walk it slightly forward. Now create a wide base for your pyramid. Right foot goes towards the outer edge. Your left foot is at the other edge. Your toes are at a diagonal on your left, forward facing on your right. Have a soft bend in your right knee. Bring your hands to your heart, halfway lift. Crown reaching forward, tailbone reaching back. So have the sense that you can connect with the outer edge of your left foot and your right foot is firmly connected here, so that you're feeling really strong and stable here in your pyramid base. Purvottanasana. Inhale, bend softly into your right knee to rise up into standing pyramid, hands at your heart. Options here again. Hands stay at the heart. Take hold of opposite elbows behind your back, or bring your palms together in Namaskar. Open across your heart wherever you are. Gently lift your gaze towards the sky. Check how your neck feels here. Have enough space at the back of your neck so that you could hold an imaginary orange there or a tennis ball, not cricking the back of our neck, creating length and space. One more breath. So you could be on a more narrow pyramid. That will challenge your balance more. Exhaling, halfway lift, crown reaching forward. Have a micro bend in that right knee, crown reaching forward. And then release your hands with care if they're behind your back. Let's bring our right arm now to the earth or our leg. We're going to move into Trikonasana. You might need to adjust your left foot, so adjust your left leg. Right hand on the earth. Draw your left fingertips across your arm, across your heart to reach up. Coming into triangle here, Trikonasana. So remember, you might have your hand on a block or your footstool. And this left fingers that are in the sky could actually be on your hip. Spiral your heart towards the sky. Create length and space in your spine here. Trikonasana. So we're doing the movements in reverse. One more breath here. Bend into your right knee. Lift up with your right arm. Turn your right toes forward so you're back in Tadasana, star pose. Take a moment here. Then bend into your knees, turn your toes out, bend your arms. Goddess pose, Devyasana. And let's take our cooling breath, Sitali or Sitkari. So curling your tongue or hissing through gently parted lips, closed teeth. Inhaling, exhaling through your nose. Inhaling through your mouth, exhaling through your nose. So curling your tongue, poking it out, drawing the cool air along that funnel. Exhaling out through your nose. Straighten through your knees, turn your toes forward, reach out with your arms once more in Tadasana. And now we're all going to step to the other side of our mat. So it doesn't matter which mat, if we started on that side, we step to that side. So let's step, I'm going to step over to the left, bring my feet together, hands together at my heart. Let's take a moment here. Coming to your standing mountain Tadasana. Inhale, reach your arms up above your head, interlace all your fingers, release your index, cross your thumbs. Let's cross your thumbs the other way this time. Kali mudra, reaching up to create height. And all together, let's exhale over to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale over to the left. Inhale, center. Bring your hands back to your heart. We're going to go into the Lakshmi variation. So let's step back with our right foot, coming onto the ball of your foot. If you choose, you can bring the whole of your foot onto the earth here. So find a variation that works for you. So this time I'll do it with my heel on the earth. Inhale, reach overhead. Take hold of your right wrist with your left wrist. Your fingers can come into your mudra, so little finger and thumb touching. Exhale over to the left. So we're creating this corkscrew twist and lateral stretch. Inhale, center, cross wrists, so take hold of your left wrist this time. And let's go over to the other way. This will feel quite different. Inhale, center, hands to your heart. Bring your feet to the front. Take a full breath. Shake it out. I'm feeling quite warm. You can see the sun is streaming in. So my new moon practice, it's cooling, but even on the hottest of days, it's going to be a challenge. Let's come to the middle of your mat. We're going to move into our balance. So our balance today is going to be the figure of 4 or a Shiva pose. So Lakshmi, we've done the Lakshmi pose today, which is this one. This is to honor the feminine goddess. And then this pose we're about to do is Shiva, to honor the masculine. Shift your weight into your left foot. Perhaps your feet are hip distance wide, perhaps they're a little closer. Find what works for you. I prefer to have my feet hip distance wide. Bend into your knees. Shift the weight into your left leg. Your hands can be at your hips or at your heart center, yogi's choice. Let's cross. Let's lift our right foot and place our toes on the earth first to shift the weight. Now, I'm going to invite you to bring your right heel, right ankle, and place it on your left thigh. Now, this may feel very wobbly for you. If it does, rather than have your foot at your knee, you bring your foot down so that your toes are still on the earth and your right leg is still crossed in front of your left leg. So find the variation that works for you. So you're here or you're here. Balancing here. So the ball of your right foot could be on the earth. But you will have, because you'll have a soft bend in this left knee. So if I go to the side, you'll see that I have a bend in that knee. Whether my foot is on the earth or on my thigh, my left leg is working hard to balance me here. Now with your hands, yogi's choice, no pressure. You can reach up, interlace all your fingers and release your middle finger, index finger, and reach up here. Or you can keep your hands at your heart. You can even put them on your head if you want to create a sense of opening across your heart. So wherever you lift your hands, arms, you create space for your lungs. Yogi's choice. I'm sure your left leg is feeling it now, nearly there. One more breath. Inhale, lower your legs, hands back to your heart. Shake out your left leg, rotate your ankle. Now let's balance it out. So the moon and the sun work together in harmony, in balance. The feminine and masculine work together in balance. Hatha yoga, which is what the type of yoga that I practice. It's kind of root yoga. So there's tantric yoga followed by hatha yoga. And hatha, ha and ta means sun and moon, solar and lunar. Shift your weight onto your right foot. Bend into your right knee. Now, with your left leg, again, your option. So you can be having your hands at heels, hips, hands at heart. Let's bring that ankle to your left, your right thigh, or the ball of your left foot on the earth, crossing that leg in front of your right leg. So find your variation. Yogi's choice. I am so hot. One more breath. But you're glad we're not doing a fire element practice today, aren't you? Now, if you want to, and you feel drawn to, you can begin to lift your arms overhead. You can bring your hands on your heart, on your head. You can interlace your fingers, release your index, cross your thumbs the other way. So reaching up, really sit down into that right leg. This is a pose to honor Shiva, the deity who represents sustenance, consciousness, dissolution, and rebirth. One more breath here. Exhale, hands to your heart, straighten through your leg. Bring the other one to the earth and shake it out if you need. Let's take a full breath here. You see, my legs are wobbly. So I don't know about you, but the cycles of the moon affect how we feel, affects the water element within our bodies. So we might feel more wobbly than usual, which is why we do a much more nurturing, gentle practice when we're coming up to the new moon and the full moon. These are times when we take care of ourselves rather than push ourselves physically, mentally, or emotionally. We take care, we look after ourselves first. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold down towards the earth. Let's take our legs wide. You're here in a wide-legged stance. Toes pointing forward. Fingertips might be on the earth, on blocks, on your stool. Halfway lift here just for a moment. Bring your left hand to the center. So I'll bring my footstool here. And then draw your right arm across your body, reach up. Create an opening here. Take one breath here. Exhaling, right hand to the earth. Inhale, draw your left arm across your body to reach up. Exhale, both hands to the earth. Bend into your knees. Turn your knees out towards your toes. We're going to come into frog squat, malasana. So again, you could be sitting here with your sit bones hovering. If your knees have a story to tell, then sit on a footstool or a block or a cushion or a bolster. The sensation we're experiencing here is a hip opener. Hands together at your heart center, knees on the inside of your knees on the inside of your elbows. No. Elbows inside of your knees. I don't know how that even would look. I'm sure some yogi on Instagram could probably do that. Not us mere mortals here. Let's take one breath here, malasana, whichever variation supported or not. And then we're going to come to the earth with care. So release your hands, using your hands to support you, come to the earth. And then let's turn so that you have the full length of the mat available to you. Reach forward with your hands. So your knees are bent, feet on the earth. Draw your navel towards your spine, gaze ahead. I'm going to come into a twist here. So let's take our left hand to the outside of our right knee. So have your palm facing away. So you see I've got my palm open, it's facing away from me. Now this palm here, my right hand, which is forward, I'm going to reach up and then I'm going to open to the back. So I'll turn so you can see how it will look. So here I am rooting through my bones. My left hand is on the outside of my right knee. My right hand is reaching up and then it's going to turn behind me. This is a big opening to embrace new opportunities. Deep twist. If that feels too much, you can always bring that hand to the earth. Yogi's choice. Open your heart, lift your crown. One more breath. Then hand to the earth, turn back to center. Let's take a moment here in center, realign. I'm going to do the twist the other way. So again, I'm going to turn so you can see me. You stay where you are. So reaching forward first to create height and heart lengthening here, and then cross your right arm to the outside of your left knee. You can have your fingers spread wide, or you can have your thumb and little finger touching. Reach up with your left arm first, and then exhale to turn it behind you. You can see this is a very deep twist. My dog is panting. He's doing his own variation of Sitali breath. One more here. Keep lifting. It's very easy to curve and slouch here. Inhale. You remember you can always bring that hand behind you to the earth. Exhale back to center, hands to your heart. With supporting hands, let's lower ourselves onto the earth here. I'll move my dog so you can all see me. We're going to come into a supine twist, Supta Matsyendrasana. So let's create that figure of 4 with our legs. Cross your left ankle. Let's start on the left side first so you can see me. Cross your left ankle onto your right thigh. Tuck your chin ever so slightly so the back of your neck is long. Arms away from your body. As you exhale, we're going to lower our knees towards the left. So my left knee is coming down towards the mat. It's not connecting completely with the mat, but yours might be a little bit higher. If you want to support yourself here, you can always place a cushion underneath or your block. And then there's a really big opening here on the right side of my abdomen. I'm gazing up towards the sky. Perhaps you turn and gaze towards the right. That adds a twist at your upper body. Your heart is still open here. Perhaps you close your eyes and drop into your heart space again. Connect with what new intentions or new feelings, sensations you want to create in your life going forward. This is a new moon in Gemini. Gemini is all about communication, of connecting with others. There's a playfulness about this moon. Perhaps you give voice to all that you've been holding in for the last few weeks. Invite a sense of kindness and joy to your words. One more breath here. Engage your core by drawing your navel to your spine, and then let's come back to center. And just for a moment, let's lift your right foot off the earth and bring your right thigh in towards you by wrapping your hands around the back of your right thigh or on your right shin. So just hugging in here for a moment. This is reclined pigeon. Supta Kaputtasana. Exhale, right foot to the earth. Release your left foot to the earth. And let's cross your right ankle on your left thigh this time, just below your knee. Arms away from your body, palms face up. And with a gentle exhale, let's release our right knee towards the earth. So you can see that my left foot isn't flat on the earth. I bring the big toe edge of my left foot onto the earth as well. You take your gaze to the left, gaze up at the sky. So the planet Mercury governs this new moon in Gemini. And the gong bath that we're having on Friday will be playing with the Mercury gong to give expression to ourselves, to give voice to our feelings, to allow the light of the new moon to shine on our ideas, our inspirations. One more full breath here. And then drawing your navel to your spine on your inhale, back to center. Take your hands behind your left thigh, lifting your left foot of the earth, coming into reclined pigeon. So your left lower leg might be parallel to the earth, or you might wrap your hands around your shin and hug that leg in. One more breath here. Now release your left foot to the earth. Uncross your ankles, extend your legs. Let's just hang out in Shavasana for a few moments. Closing your eyes, softening through the entire length of your body. Let's take a full breath in through your nose and out through open mouth to wash out the breath. And on that exhale, soften some more, release, surrender. I'm beautifully cool now. Didn't think I would ever cool down after such a hot day. This is the beauty of a yin like Chandra Namaskar practice. 3 more long, deep breaths here. And with each in-breath, draw in the light of the new moon. Know that you're passing through a dark moon at the moment. New beginnings are just within reach. With each out-breath, let go. Surrender. Let what is yet to come arrive with open arms. Receive, welcome new experiences, new opportunities, new beginnings. Inhaling fully, let's stretch out through our arms and legs. Exhaling completely, hug your knees in, give yourself a little squeeze, roll on your lower back. And then reach overhead with one arm, usually your left arm, and roll over onto your left side. And then with helping hands, rising up to your comfortable seat, your comfortable sukhasana. Let's take a moment here. Your hands at your heart center. We close our practice with our mantra, Om Som Somaye Namaha. This invokes the qualities of the moon, cooling, introspective, reflective, optimistic. We'll do call and response. I'll chant it once and then we'll do it together. Inhale fully. Exhale completely through open mouth. Inhale to prepare. Om Som Somaye Namaha. Together. Om Som Somaye Namaha. Om Som Somaye Namaha. Together. Om Som Somaye Namaha. Last time all together. Om Som Somaye Namaha. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Dhanyavad, and thank you for joining me. Don't forget, like and subscribe, Rebel Yoga Tribe YouTube channel. We have our new moon gong bath on Friday.